Happy Friday, YouTube friends and comic fanatics. As you know, like I stated last week, I'm going to be doing 2 videos a week. Friday night will be, let you know a little bit more about my other collections that I have. And then Saturday, of course, will be my comic book night. And tonight, might get a little long on this one, but we're going to go through my Raiders of the Lost Ark collection. And yes, there will be comics involved. Comics, books, records, games, toys. We got it all Friday night. And we're going to start it off. We're going to get this going here. Okay. 1981, Empire Theater, downtown Minot, North Dakota. My brother Todd, my older brother, my dad, and I. My younger sister, she did not want to go to the movie. I don't know why. She was with my mom at the time. So we went to this movie called Raiders of the Lost Ark. I was confused. I didn't understand. Why is Han Solo being in another movie? I just watched him in Blade Runner. No, that was later. I don't remember. Yeah, my dad took us to Blade Runner too. Didn't understand it at the time, but now that I watch it, amazing. Anyway, let's get to the point. We're sitting in the movie theater in awe. In awe. I'm like 8 years old at this time. Watching this movie. Just the adventure, everything just was so perfect. A very pivotal and important thing happened to me that night. We were sitting there in the movie theater. The Cairo scene, when Indy's chasing after Marion, trying to get her. And the Cairo swordsman comes out. Start doing the fun stuff with his sword. Indy pulls out his gun. Turns around in great Harrison Fordish style. Guy drops dead. The movie theater was a double-decker theater, massive, one of the largest screens in the country, which has sadly been torn down because that's what happens. Became a parking lot. Someone wrote a song about that. Everyone in the audience, the 300-400 people there, 500 people, stood up and cheered, including my dad. They cheered. And they clapped. Even to this day, I'm a movie buff. Of all the movies that I've seen, and I call them movies. Motion pictures. I even call them pictures every once in a while. Why? Because that's what they are. They're moving pictures. I don't call it films okay, but I've heard too many pretentious people call movies film, and it just bothers me. Another day. That's for another night. Everyone stood up and cheered. And it was so amazing that this night, that this movie, that scene, it impacted these people to the point where they stood up and cheered in a movie theater. I've never seen it since. Even with the whole Avengers Assemble. I've never seen anything like that. Never in my life. Probably never will. And I feel bad for the younger generation because they don't have that shock and awe of going to a movie and experiencing something like that for the first time because everybody thinks have been rehashed and used. And here's my comics. Raiders of the Lost Ark, issue number 1. This is the one that started it with the comic books for the Raiders. Raiders of the Lost Ark. One of 3 Marvel movie special, the official comics adaptation of the hit film, which is actually, we've talked about this, it's actually really close to the movie. You know, it's not slashed. I mean, it looks like Harrison Ford, it looks like Karen Allen, it looks like John Rhys Davies, everything. Issue number 2, Going into the Well of Souls. And the last issue of the Raiders of the Lost Ark. The Secret Revealed. Oh, so beautiful. Such a beautiful movie. I do have every issue of the Marvel Comics group that happened in the early 80s. I'm on my attempt of making the second. I want two, may as well have two of each. Issue number 1. And the stories of these were really good. I liked the art. This is 2. It really brought out, kept you going. You wanted more of it. You wanted more Indiana Jones. You wanted more of his actions, his adventures, the bullwhip. Issue number 3. And of course we have 4. There's that whip. And I like that, featuring the hero Raiders of the Lost Ark. 5. And it got into some supernatural stuff with it too, like most Indiana Jones movies do. You have the aspect of real life, then you have the supernatural. Number 6. We got number 7 still featuring that hero of Raiders of the Lost Ark. There's a snake. We have number 8. Would you like my hat? It's pretty cool. Issue number 9. I believe I'll be getting one of these from Aaron. Psychotronic squirt gun. Which is one of the ones I needed for my second collection, which is awesome. Awesome, awesome. Number 10. Here's number 11. We got number 12. Number 13. And the comics really did incorporate that fantasy adventure too. I mean, it was really... They're fun reads. They're fun reads. You don't have to be a fan of the movies to appreciate these. These are really, really good. Number 15. $16. We got 17. And my personal favorite, because of that dude that's rocking the bridge. What is that? Is that a Yeti? Abominable Snowman? Indy will find all mysteries. 19, it was very interesting, Dragon by the Tail. As you can see, that's very Harrison Ford right there. He needed the money. It's not the years, Marion. It's the mileage. A little North by Northwest ripoff here, but that's okay. It's Indiana Jones. Number 21. Number 22. Some of these were actually really hard to find. That weren't gonna, destroy the wallet, so to speak. It's 23. We got 24 here. What lurks within the tomb? We got 25. We got 26. They didn't really get into like the other characters. Marion, Marcus Brody, played by Denholm Elliott. This one was actually the hardest one to find. Found it lucked out when Dial of Destiny came out. One of the local comic book shops, Original Comics and Toys, they Some guy came in and sold all of his collection, so I finished off a few of them I needed. There's 28. Always in a situation. 29. This one was a little difficult to come by too. We got, what I like about this is most of them are the newsstand. And I like that. Power Play number 30. There were no annuals with this series. I think it ended kind of abruptly. Here's 31. 32. The series, I believe, ended before 33. Temple of Doom. So there is Temple of Doom comics. I had to pinpoint it down. I was getting kind of crazy there for a while with the indie stuff. So I just figured I'd collect from the series, from my favorite movie of the series. Here's the final issue, number 34, March. I believe it was 84, 83, 84. Okay. Those were the comics. Fun reads, fun to collect. They're really fun to collect. It's fun to have. There's only 34. It's a short run. But all the comics, I mean, they're good. You know, there's story to it. It takes you a good half hour to read the dang thing, unlike today's comics. Just got done finishing Blood Hunt, and that took me 5 issues, took me an hour to read through it. Great series. I'll go through that through my Halloween stuff. Another thing, Atari 2600. Huge. I remember it was either, we were at a Target store, my brother and I were arguing, it's either Empire Strikes Back, Raiders of the Lost Ark. My brother won. Atari 2600. Box, complete. Yeah, I'll remember these little cartridges. Bloop. And it even has the game book. So yeah, I did have a Atari 2600, got rid of it, and always looking for another one, which I should have got one when they were cheaper and retro gaming wasn't so big, but now it's actually hard to find a 2600. But yeah, there it is. Rising up to the Ark of the Covenant. Really fun. I like that artwork there. I like that Well of Souls kind of thing. Which, remember this because it's coming up again. Book and record, 24-page read along, 33 1/3 RPMs. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Read along adventure. Yep, so I got that. Looking for the cassette one too. Just cause it'd be kind of fun to have. So there's that. Found this old People magazine, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Karen Allen and Harrison Ford, Indian. Who didn't have a crush on her? Karen Allen. She's a cutie. Cutie. Still is. She's an attractive lady. There's that. And then, we all have our grails. And I found this a couple of months ago. I had been looking, and I finally found it. 1981, I believe it was June 25th, issue 346. Rolling Stone magazine. I've been looking for this for so long, and I finally found it. I'm gonna get this put up in a frame, and it's got the old paper too. Look at that. Just really cool. And there's Andy. Just Interview with the Stars, Spielberg, Lucas. Look at that. Look at that. This was our internet back then, folks. Remember that? This was our internet. Yeah. George Lucas, Steven Spielberg team up to top Star Wars. You're not going to top Star Wars. Money-wise, you're not going to, but pretty damn close. Then, of course, you need the soundtrack. And since I'm old school, right there, Raiders Lost Ark. I remember seeing this at Kmart's and Targets back in the day and wanting it so bad. And this one was actually from a Target, $9.27. I wish I would have paid $9.27 for that. I really do. John Williams, perfect score to a perfect movie. Perfect score. I got some other movies here, but I want to show you the Laserdisc. And I got the Laserdisc recently too. Laserdiscs were fun. I don't like this. This is my I don't like this. I never liked this poster. I prefer this one over that one. I don't know. This one has more of the essence of the movie, of the picture. It's got him hanging on the rope, going down into the Well of Souls. I mean, it's just, to me, this represents the movie. This candy coats it, which is fine. It's still, but I don't like that cover. I didn't like the whole. It's like they're turning him into a Ken doll. Ken doll. A couple other magazines here when Dial of Destiny came out, which I loved. If you are a fan of Raiders of the Lost Ark, regardless of Temple of Doom, Last Crusade, Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, I enjoyed every one of this. I enjoyed every one of them. Every movie. I loved Dial of Destiny. I loved it. I didn't think it was woke at all. I just felt that I loved it. I thought it was a great farewell. Thank you, Harrison Ford, for giving us some wonderful memories with this character. I loved it. But these all came out back, a few of these. And the adventure continues. And then Life magazine, of course, when Dial of Destiny came out. I saw Dial of Destiny 3 times in the movie theater. I did. And then, of course, that came out. Look at all these characters. I just wish they would have brought. I can never. Key Kwan. I can never remember his name. Short Round. My grandson and I want to dress up as Short Round and Indiana Jones because we always. It's funny because we'll sit there and argue like those dudes. Like, you cheat, Dr. Jones. Speaking of which, another comic here. Temple of Doom #1. Like I said, I'm not into the Temple of Doom yet. As soon as I get what I want for Raiders, boom. You'll be seeing a video on that. Years ago, Lucasfilm Movie Script Library, and they came out with these. I have a couple of them from Empire Strikes Back. I've got MASH, Robert Altman. Funny movie. Funny movie, MASH, if you've ever seen it. Yeah, just the screenplay. Love that movie too. All right. We'll get into some paperbacks here. Of course, you need Raiders Lost Ark. A lot of stuff is different in this book. The Lawrence Kasdan, Campbell Black redid it for the book, but Lawrence Kasdan, one of the greatest screenplay. I mean, Lawrence Kasdan, Big Chill, Empire Strikes Back. Lawrence Kasdan. That's all I have to say. I have every paperback that came out in the 90s. A lot of these were tough to get. These were very difficult to get. Indiana Jones and the Philosopher's Stone. Max McCoy is a really good writer. And so is Rob McGregor. Dance of the Giants. Interior World. They take the 13 books that they do have, they took place between, I'd say between Temple. No, it was when he was younger. It was his younger adventures. The White Witch, which had to do with Excalibur. Martin Caidin wrote that one. Martin Caidin wrote The Sky Pirates, which is a really good one. Rob McGregor and the Unicorn, Indiana Jones and a Unicorn's Legacy. Rob McGregor, great story here too. Army of the Dead, Steve Perry. Kind of a tough one to read. It takes place right before Crystal Skull. It's boring. Sorry, but I had to have it. Seven Veils. The thing I don't like about these books is he was always trying to fall in love. They didn't really put in the, you want to see him more as the ultimate bachelor, just he's doing his job, looking for stuff, getting in adventures, fighting snakes. Peril at Delphi, this is a really good one. Rob McGregor, he wrote most of these. Most of the books here. Genesis Deluge, this is a really good one. I really enjoyed all these books. Don't get me wrong. They're all Indiana Jones, Max McCoy wrote this one. Secret of the Sphinx. You got Sala. Brody in that one. Hollow Earth, really good. Really good one. Really exciting. This is a really good book. Actually, I've read it maybe 3 times. But like I said, these were really hard to find. And if you do find them, expensive as hell. Hell. Seven Veils was nuts. Unicorn's Legacy was the most expensive one. And this one was a tough one too. Max McCoy, Indiana Jones and the Dinosaur Eggs. No, there's no dinosaur in it, but there are dinosaur eggs. Really good one. Really good story. And of course, we got hardcover James Rollins. I like his adaptions. King of the Crystal Skulls. There it is. That's all you need. You know exactly. When you see that, you know exactly who you're talking about. And then Dark Horse came out with the series. I haven't got to that Dark Horse series yet. There's also a Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. Sean Patrick Flannery. Harrison Ford did appear in one of those episodes. It was a good series, but I haven't started really collecting that yet. But Dark Horse came out with a Young Indiana Jones Chronicles comics. Then they also had regular indie. I got this at a Arms of Gold. I got this at our local library. It was giving away free stuff. And I'm like, giving away free indie stuff. But I like the artwork in that. It's kind of fun. Okay, board games. Woo! I'm really looking to get the original board games, but right now I basically a lot of this collection came out in the last 2 years. So when Crystal Skulls came out and they're giving India's last hurrah. But my son and I haven't played these games yet. I don't know if I want to open them or not. He does, but maybe someday we will. Indiana Jones and the Sands of Adventure. Looks kind of fun. You got a little hourglass there it's got some figures and a bunch of cards. So, eventually I might look into that, play that. Monopoly, they have other Monopoly boards I'd like to get, but this is the newest one they got. I always got to have the man on a horse. I like that picture here. I like this. Little Temple of Doom. There he is. Hanging on that rope. Yeah, Monopoly. I was reading this. It's interesting because it's like there's things that you do besides just regular Monopoly in these newer Monopoly games. It's kind of cool. And the last of my board games we got Cryptic, a Puzzles and Pathways Adventure, Funko Games. It's just kind of one of those. What is that? Oh, that's not a hole. It's supposed to be there, folks. Got Sankara stones. Emblem, we got all that stuff. I don't know. This might be interesting to play too. Inspired by the classic Indiana Jones films, movies, motion pictures, toys. These are not the original Kenners. If these were the original Kenners in this condition, I wouldn't be in the frickin' garage. Belloc, ceremonial robes before his face blew off. These are really cool. I mean, it's everything except for the little detail things, the newer stuff. It's exactly like, I did have all these when I was a kid. Of course, everybody always had these when they were kids, and look what happens. German mechanic. What a great fight that was. Very suspenseful. That whole fight sequence between the Well of the Souls to at the end with the truck. It's like 20 minutes, 25 minutes of just pure chaos, running around. Truck? What truck? Still one of my favorite lines. I'm going after that truck. How? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. German mechanic. Roach. Oh, God, what's his name? Hal Roach? No. He was actually in all the first 4 Indiana Jones movies. He was always the big guy fighting. It wasn't Last Crusade, the scene got cut because I believe he was sick. So they couldn't do a lot of the fighting. And of course, here's the man. Indy himself. The Nepal bar. Another great action scene in that movie. Whiskey. Flip that arm. They did come out with other ones too, for the other movies. But I didn't, like I said, you know the routine. There's Tote. Bad villain. This guy, the actor here, I can't remember his name, but the other movie I really remember him in, and I don't know if you guys have seen, is Firefox, Clint Eastwood movie, where he has to steal that government plane before the Nazis, Russians, who were the villains in the 80s, you know. Firefox. Part of that was supposed to be filmed at the air base up here in Minot, North Dakota, but I think he ended up filming it in Omaha somewhere. Bellevue or something, I don't know. It's another great character. His face melted off. It happens. Karen Allen, Marion. I do have her autograph somewhere. What a strong female, very strong female role. A lot of the 70s and 80s, they had that. Ripley, Alien, Princess Leia, Bo Derek in 10. Marion. I mean, very strong Private Benjamin, Goldie Hawn. Very strong female characters that came out of that. So don't let anybody tell you they didn't have any strong female characters before any Kristen Stewart movies. 12-inch figures here. I don't even know if these work anymore. I got that. These were from when Crystal Skull came out. These are from 2008. Indy with his hat. Sorry, I'm throwing stuff all over here. And then, of course, we've got Indy in the Cairo, Streets of Cairo, Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's the scene I was talking about. Pulls out the gun. These were fun to collect. My special lady friend's like, oh, so you collect dolls? They're not dolls. They're action figures. Gyro Swordsman. What am I doing? This guy has 2 deadly snakes included. Scimitar sword fits in swordsman's hands. What a great scene. There's some other characters with it too. I do need the German officer. Someday. Oh yes, someday. They also came out with 6-inch figures when in the last few years. There's about 20 some of them. I just grabbed the ones from Raiders. These are cool. I haven't opened these. They have artifacts in them where you collect each action figure and it's got a piece of the arc. But here's Belloc, ceremonial robe. Of course, you got John Rhys Davies, Sala. Nobody tosses a dwarf. Of course, Gimli. Lord of the Rings. It's got another piece to it. There's the figures. Tote. And this one's funny because he actually has, he actually has his face, the head change here. They actually have his face melting. That would be great for my grandkids. Grandpa, Papa, can we see your toys? Sure. They also came out with the headpiece, Staff of Ra headpiece that lights up. Haven't opened it. I'm a guy like that. I will eventually when I get situated. Kind of cool, lights up. Excuse me. And we got Marion. Cairo scene with the monkey. Yeah, it's got the monkey. Another artifact. Look at that. Having fun with the monkey. Gosh, she's a beautiful woman. Okay. And I got a few more of these. Give me a second. Sorry, folks. Okay. I'm back. Cairo scene. The whip. Look at the detail on that. And he's got a monkey too. Even his shirt untangled. Of course, that's all this stuff. There's so many accessories with these toys. I don't want to open them up because what am I going to do with them, you know? I mean, you can pose them, but then you're going to lose everything else. This is a really cool one. You have Belloc and Marcus. He's got the apple. Remember the apple from Raiders? Remember where that's at? Gonna have to watch the movie again. And they also come with the book. The study hall scene when Marcus and Indy are talking to the FBI guys. One of the greatest scenes, written scenes to get, what do they call that? To get the movie, to tell us the story, what the movie's about. Within the 5 to 10 minutes that they do that scene, the music, the shadows, they let us know what's going to happen. They let us right there. You know the whole story right there. Perfect. And of course, there's his regular garb. And we got my favorite Indy. Oh, that scene when he's in the map room. And the way the lighting and the music and the sound. Ben Burt, who did the sound effects, won an Oscar for that, I believe. But the way, and the light comes up. And you have to watch it in widescreen. You have to watch all these movies. Get an old VHS copy on widescreen presentation. And watch it. Because it's what you were supposed to see. Even with the newer TVs today, they're still squinched up. You don't get the full aspect ratio of it. Anyway, sorry. We got the Staff of Ra with that, and you don't get a piece with this because this was a different. And I would love to put this up somewhere, but I don't know. There he is. The fertility idol. God, that's great. What a great, what puts that thing down? Ah, so awesome. So awesome. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Got stuff all over. Give me another minute. I'm not unorganized. I'm making this up as I go. My grandson bought me this because he knows how much I love Indiana Jones. My kids, my grandkids, they dig. They understand. They get it. And that's why I love them. So I love them because they get it. They understand. They understand Grandpa's neurotic impulse to buy silly things. The only Funko Pop I got, the only one I'm going to buy. This Gentle Giant toy company, a lot of Star Wars. And I'm a Star Wars fan to my core, but I couldn't get myself to buy any of them, even though I wanted the old, and they modeled them after the old Kenner action figures from the 70s. I wanted the Vader one because I have a Vader collection, which I'll show someday. I saw this in Fargo, North Dakota at the Comic Connection. My kids and I were there visiting my dad. And I saw this and I knew it was out there. It's hard to find. It's so hard to find. And I lucked out. It was meant to be. Gentle Giants. It's a 12-inch figure. The Map Room. It just... You hear that? That's ASMR. Look at that. Oh, I mean, he's not in the tunic or whatever the hell you want to call it, but it's just, look at that. Oh, so awesome. I don't even want to open it. I'm scared to. I'm scared to. Gentle Giant Limited, a Map Room, Adventure Set. That's the same. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. I mean, it's just, I'm not even going to let you know what I paid for this. You'd be so ashamed. You'd be disgusted. You'd be like, damn, Joe, that's crazy. I don't care. Oh, just look at it one more time. If you ever see this out in the wild, just buy it. Just buy it. Give me 1 second. We're almost done. I firmly believe that there are only a few things that you can watch on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever. Sometimes you just have to watch the VHS copy of something, the VHS version, what you grew up with. I miss going into a movie theater, and you hear that reel going, and you look up because you know as soon as you hear it going, the movie's going to start. Let's all go to the lobby, and then the light goes. And there it is. First movie I ever watched on VHS. There's two, and I've mentioned this before. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Raiders of the Lost Ark. But no, I don't like that. Raiders of the Lost Ark. And it's cool coming to a theater near you May 25th, 1984. This is an original copy of the first copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, I got that in there. I don't want that out. Then, back in the good old days, they had the making of, and they'd put it on CBS or whatever was going to air it. And then when this aired on CBS, this appeared in front of it. You have great movie stunts, the making of Raiders of the Lost Ark. You can watch it on YouTube. It's on a couple of the DVDs and the Blu-rays that are out there. But this, again, is just something you need to watch on VHS. It's just, that's how I figure it, you know? It's what I think. It's what I think. I might be wrong. I don't know. It's another copy of Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, because you can't have just one. If you ever go to Universal Studio or MGM Studios and you go to the Great Movie Ride, that was a thrill to see that. Him and Saul lifting up. Got Temple of Doom here. Another great. Don't drink the blood of Kali, folks. Don't drink the blood of Kali. You stay away from it. You stay away. Bad mojo. In the Last Crusade. Junior. It's my poor attempt at Sean Connery. Junior. That's another good one. I like that one too. And I grabbed this because I got it in the, this also came with it, Young Indiana Jones. Like I said, it's a good show. It's kind of fun. Not just for hardcore indie fans. Not only do we have one Blu-ray, you got to have the DVD too. I like Kingdom Crystal Skulls. I don't know what the big deal was. It's like, shut up. Enjoy the movie. Go to the movie to enjoy it. You're going to pay your ticket. You're going to spend $50, $60. Enjoy the movie. Don't critique it. Nobody wants to hear your opinion. PlayStation, Emperor's Tomb. Fun game if you play vids. If you play some vids. There's a new one coming out, Indiana Jones Great Circle by Bethesda. If you like Skyrim. And then you got the Staff of Kings. There's quite a few Indiana Jones games. A lot of them are on computer. Got a couple other ones, but then of course I got the Complete Adventures. This is kind of fun. Got some mappage. You got all the movies here in order, Raiders. And you even have, because with Crystal Skull, you even have a copy of bonus features, The Making of Indiana Jones, the one I got the VHS. And Dial of Destiny. If you haven't seen it, folks, watch the movie. I guarantee you'll enjoy it. I know you will enjoy it. I loved it. Mads Mikkelsen is such a great villain. Would have been a great Dr. Doom, Kevin Feige. A great Dr. Doom. Mads Mikkelsen, but you got to keep paying Robert Downey Jr. Okay, and here is the 4K Raiders of the Lost Ark Steelbook. Yeah, one more time. Thank you so much for watching this video, if you made it through the 40-some minutes. This is a passion of mine, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Certain movies are just comics, they're a passion of mine. I'm passionate about it. And I like watching people who are also passionate about things because you know that they mean it. It comes from their heart, it comes from their soul, it comes from everything about them. It's what makes us who we are. And this is one of those things that makes me who I am, is remembering a beautiful childhood memory, sharing it with my brothers, sharing it with my dad. You can't get that back. You can always have it. You can go to movies with your kids. You can feel that. You know, when I took my kids to the new Star Wars movies, Force Awakens, it was Star Wars. That was Star Wars. You got the three mainies there. You got the Harrison, Han Solo, Leia, Luke. They loved it. It introduced them to that, and that was great. And I love The Force Awakens. But this movie, this character is such, I can't even get into it. It's my passion. And if you're all passionate about something, you need to be passionate about something. You have to have something to fight for, something to live for, and be it your job, be it everything. This is mine. This is all I see. Look. I'll never be Indiana Jones. At least not today. Thank you for watching. I will be making another video tomorrow night about, I got some comics I got recently in a cheap comic collector, $2 claim with Sigatronic Squirt Gun Aaron. So I'll be doing that again tomorrow. And we also have the Comic Book Memories with Rob and Shannon. Rod and Shannon, excuse me. Too many ROs in my group of this comic community. And it's fine. You need a lot of ROs. It's Rod and Shannon, which is always a good time. Great memories there. Great, wonderful, wonderful people to chat with on a Saturday morning. Thank you. Take care. Be good to each other. Be safe. Be well. See you tomorrow night if you watch the video. Take care. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.